at Iceworks in Aston, PA. A tough going at it for Alvernia, an 8-0 loss to Columbia Night 1, a 5-2 loss yesterday. The bright spot of that, Logan Buki, and an amazing goal set up by Evan Conabier. A pass to Dom Garcia, and that was all spurred by Reese Wilson, who absolutely amazing on his breakout. The Golden Wolves facing St. John's Fisher, the Cardinals today, in their last competition before all is said and done for the semester. Then these Wolves go home for some finals and winter break. Wolves have fallen to 6-6 now. They still have 12 points in the DBCHC, and they're still first in the American. Their home record is 2-1. Their away record is 4-3. Buki has upped his goals total to 11. Maurer still has 13 assists, and Buki has 20 points on the season. Their opposition, the St. John's Fisher Cardinals. 10-3-1 with 21 points. I think the only games they've dropped have been against Hobart. And away, if I'm not mistaken. They're ranked 3rd nationally last time I checked. And at home they're 4-1-0. On the road they're 6-2-1. Their goals leader, Garrett Eisenhut. 10 goals. Just one behind Buki there. Assists belong to Mateo Torres with 14, one ahead of Maurer. And their points leader is Mateo Torres with 20, tied with Logan Buki, our Logan Buki, of course. Stats for stats comparison, Alvernia scores 5.8 goals per game and allows 4.6. St. John's Fisher Cardinals, a staggering 4.78 goals per game, but an even more staggering 2.92 goals allowed. My Lord. These teams aren't too high on the penalty minutes. Alvernia averages 13. St. John's Fisher averages a 9. And Alvernia is down to 1 power play goal a game now, pretty much. We're still stargazing with our buddy Logan Buki, who's now only 3 points shy of 140, record setting. Maurer is 2 goals still from his career 15, but trying to play setup man for the rest of these playoffs, or tournament. Andrew Denny still waiting on his first goal, or not his first goal, his 3rd goal, but his first goal of the tournament. Bellantoni, still the only point per game defenseman, I believe. I think after this game, if he doesn't score or get a point, he'll be out of it. And then Juswick is 3 assists shy of 20 career. Carson Lopez is waiting on his 10th win still, but more importantly, Duncan McDowell looking to prove himself in net with his 6th win since coming to the Golden Wolves last year. Well, on that note, everybody, we roll into day 3 of the East Coast Showdown as Alvernia Golden Wolves look to finish strong here in the final game of the tournament. It's been a challenging road so far. The Alvernia has dropped the opener 8-0 to the powerful Columbia Lions squad, followed by a hard-fought 5-2 setback yesterday against the Ramapo Roadrunners, who road ran away with it in the 3rd period there. The Golden Wolves just too tired to keep up there in that 3rd. But if there's a spark to build on, it came from Logan Buki, who delivered a determined 2-goal performance in Game 2. Alvernia's lone offensive burst of the weekend so far. Today, the Wolves square off with one of the tournament's heavyweights, the top 5 ranked St. John Fisher Cardinals. A tall task, no doubt. But also the perfect stage for a statement. Expect the Wolves to dig deep, tighten the screws, and chase that breakthrough to win. Close out the showdown on a high note. The Golden Wolves, the Cardinals, the final day of drama from the East Coast Showdown. It all starts next. Oh, yeah.
Like, suffice.
Yep. It was a good pass, though.
We watched it about 5 times last night. Keep watching.
Well, I saw it posted on Facebook this morning by this guy, and I'm like... The other camera. Nice. Festivities will get started in just a moment here. You guys are all good right there, so... No, you're good, you're good. I have a good angle now. It's so weird because we're all... But we thank you for tuning in. Obviously, the final day of action. As Nate Ciccarelli comes across for his final skate. These guys look amped up and psyched to play in the third game. Ducky McDowell will take the pipes today. And has proven himself to be a reliable goalie number 2 back up to this team. Jackson Lesko will be his backup essentially today, yes. Jackson Lesko will be playing second fiddle to him today in case anything goes wrong. I'm sorry, I thought he was going off the ice. I'm like, what's happening? Action will come up in just a couple of moments though. The Cardinals were plucked off last night, though, by the Rowan Profs in what would only be their 4th loss of the season if counted towards record.
I'll be upstairs.
Perfectly fine. You need the view, trust me. I'll just holler up if I need any stats. New line out today. Dom Garcia, Joey Mullen, Jimmy Sbraccio, John Bellantoni, and Hayden Peoples, and we're off. John Bellantoni with the puck in his own defensive zone, trying to chip it on out as the Cardinals were fast incoming, trying to cross over. Intercepted by Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen, off the jump, chips it towards the net and forcing a freeze up by the Cardinals early up. An early shot for the Golden Wolves, brought on by Joey Mullen. And there's another shot coming in. That was Joey Mullen trying to drive the net again, and they're trying to set that man up. Dom Garcia looking to win another faceoff here and stop a tired Cardinals team as Hayden Peoples cycles back through the legs. Defensive stop for the Cardinals, though. They're going back the other way. In come the Cardinals, crossing, passing. Shot on net. Oh, no. The pass is errant. Joey Mullen tried to get a hold of it. Hayden Peoples in possession. Trying to go around the boards now. Finds Joey Mullen, who chips it on out. Stays in play as that goes down ice. Icing call, though. Jimmy Sbraccio slow to the puck. He and Dom Garcia will remain out there for the time being as we fall below the first half minute here. 19:12 left. And a large bench for both these teams. They can barely fit all the players on them. Dom Garcia unable to win the faceoff. Shot towards the net. Wide of the cage it goes. John Bellantoni around the boards. Tries to find the man. Joey Mullen lays a nice hit, though. Dom Garcia through center. Dumps and runs. He needs a change for himself, and I don't blame him. Trying to cross over and find Conabier, who chips it on through. Dumps and runs himself. Doesn't need a change. And out comes the Logan Buki line. This line produced 2 goals yesterday. And Conabier, his second collegiate point on an assist. Ben Maurer, shot towards the cage. Pulled out of the air with the catcher's mitt. And baseball season may be over, but they're certainly still playing catcher in hockey. My lord. Some of those snags. Fergus. Or sorry, Claycomb, excuse me. Tries to win the face-off there. Am I saying Fergus? Juswick chips it on out. Finds Ben Maurer. Maurer tries to dump it to the back of the offensive zone and frozen up by the Cardinals tender. And some more offensive zone pressure potentially for the Golden Wolves. Didn't even win the face-off, though. Referees sorting things out before they get started. Chris Claycomb at center. Claycomb, as the Cardinals try to escape. They will. They'll chip it across. Saucer pass to the other side. 19 chips it towards Duncan McDowell. And now freezing up. Nice early save for Duncan McDowell. And that's going to be a statement for him, most assuredly. Face-off won by St. John Fisher Cardinals, the Cardinals. And that one sent right on out as a penalty dealt the way of the Golden Wolves. Going back the other way now are the Cardinals, trying to go around the boards, up a man for a little bit longer here. 1:30. Shot towards the net. Nice save by Duncan McDowell. And it goes through the back of the cage there. And the Cardinals strike first. The Cardinals draw first blood on the Wolves there. Duncan McDowell did all he could, just slipped right by. Face off for Claycomb. One out to Von Winter. On through, and it finds a Cardinal. Buki trying to do it all alone. Trying to find Claycomb, I believe, and he's stuck at center. Has to go back to his defenseman, Reese Wilson. Intercepted along the way, though. The Cardinals shot towards the cage. Wide of it. Finds its way out. Logan Buki lays a man out to get that puck. Ben Maurer to stretch pass. It doesn't quite work. Around the boards it goes. Back the other way. Nice save defensively by the Golden Wolves to stop a break into the zone. Crossing over and out. Out comes Von Winter, who shoots it in. Dump and run. Buki to retrieve it. It's to Reese Wilson. Wilson rips one on net. Whoa, it pops over the head. Nearly a goal. Back the other way goes Reese Wilson. The power play is over. And back the other way it goes. Should be an icing call, and yes. They blow the whistle, and we'll go back. And high sticking dealt to the Cardinals. So on that note, the Cardinals will sit now for 2 minutes, and Alvernia gets a chance on the power play. A place that hasn't been exactly the kindest to them all weekend, but it's a new day. And they can score. Maurer goes inside to Wilson. Wilson goes cross pass, doesn't quite get through. Too many Cardinals in the way. And poked away by Bellantoni to stop open season on Duncan McDowell. It finds way to Buki. Buki's got Bellantoni in stride. Buki goes all alone. Whoa! Shoots it to the chest protector. Saved by the Cardinals. 23 seconds off the clock for the penalty. 15:59 left in the period. Claycomb, the center, the same line. Wilson will remain on the inside. Back to Bellantoni, though. They go on the pass from Maurer. Shot coming through. It's loose. Maurer keeps it on. Bellantoni chips it across. Buki has it. Buki has to change the angle of attack here. He's changing with Maurer. Rips one on through. Oh, over the head. And over the net, unfortunately, on that one. Could have gone through. Goes to Maurer. Maurer chips it in. Reese Wilson, shot towards the cage. Blocked along the way. Bellantoni hauls it back into the zone. Maurer shoots on through. Whoa, took a couple of deflections there. That one actually would have gone on net if it took one more. Maurer, cross pass to Bellantoni. Bellantoni over to Buki. Buki back to Maurer. Maurer rips one on net. To the chest protector and a save. 46 seconds left to operate with on the power play. Alvernia out shooting the Cardinals now 6-3. The scoreboard, though, stands 1-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Joey Mullen comes out for Phil Juswick and Dom Garcia, joined as well by Brendan Fergus and Jimmy Sparacchio. Trying to go back to Phil Juswick is Fergus. Fergus finds Juswick, back to Fergus. Into Garcia, I presume. And the Cardinals come away with it with 25 seconds left on the power play. And nice save by McDowell into the netting it goes. It would just punch that one out. Face off for Sparacchio. Or sorry, Garcia, excuse me. Thought I was seeing double eights there for a second. Juswick going out to Sparacchio. Joey Mullen chips it on through. Mullen around the boards to Fergus. Fergus behind the net to Sparacchio. Across they go. Power play is almost over in the Cardinals' hat. And it's back to 5-on-5 play here, but Alvernia definitely made a statement on the power play. No goals, but a lot of offensive statements made. Peoples chips it on to Sparacchio. Collected by the Cardinals. Almost re-intercepted by Sparacchio. Trying to drive that shot off McDowell, and Juswick punches it out of harm's way. Sparacchio trying to lay a hit as Juswick carries out. Juswick chips it on through. And whistle blown. They're going to catch someone for a slash in there. Or a trip, excuse me. And they nick St. John's Fisher Cardinals for a tripping. 2 minutes back up on the boards. That's 2 more minutes for Alvernia to work with here on offense. The Claycomb line goes back out. It includes Buki, Maurer, Wilson, Peoples and Bellantoni. Wilson, excuse me. What am I saying? Wilson and Bellantoni. As that was shot on through the net and off the netting it goes. 11 seconds gone by. .34 left. Alvernia on their second power play of the game. Was unable to convert on the first. Maurer trying to keep it on in. The Cardinals intercept. And one Cardinal loses a stick. Not too happy about it, but all's fair in love and war, eh? Bellantoni rips one. Gets blocked. Wilson has an angle. Shot. Blocked again. And there's a Cardinal down 16. Felt the sting of that one. McDowell's going to bat it aside to Bellantoni. Left behind and lack of communication on that one. Maurer goes cross to Buki. Buki trying to drive the net. Shot! Bellantoni rips it wide of the cage and high. Collected by Maurer. Trying to go center. It's caught in traffic. Back to Bellatoni. Bellatoni rips on through, and he scores! John Bellatoni, baby! And that's goal number 3 for these guys in the tournament, and we're all tied up. And in a David versus Goliath match, things are even. Time of the tally, 7:20. That was actually the exact same time of the first tally in the PSU Altoona versus BS Berks game. Collected by the Cardinals. The Cardinals are not happy about that goal on the power play for Bellatoni. Shot on through. Nice save by McDowell. Oh, Waldron gets it deflected off of him. St. John trying to operate from behind the net. It's chipped on out to center. Or not center, excuse me, but the outside the offensive zone. Number 4 for the Cardinals. Conabier trying to get it on out. Defensively able to get it over to Waldron. And gets called. And Conabier will go and sit for tripping. At the point, the refs aren't really missing much when it comes to this game, so. Alvernia now will have to kill off a penalty here. 2 minutes down a man. They've done it once so far this game. They can do it again. Shot on through. The Cardinals trying to chip it away. Oh, and it's out of the zone. Goes 180 feet down the pond before it slows down. Trying to cross over for an attack. The Cardinals, as Fergus and Ciccarelli formulate a defense. Chipped around. Kept in by the Cardinals. Fergus gets to the puck first, and he sends it 200 feet down the pond. Ciccarelli nearly intercepts that one. That would have been dangerous. Fergus is coming in for an intercept himself. Cross pass. Nice save. Whoa! And McDowell with another incredible save. A defensive save by Alvernia. Bellatoni trips and he clears it. 200 feet down ice. There's no call on the trip to Bellatoni, but Bellatoni, my lord, you're tripping here. You're making a play like that. That's what we need. Mark Torrey. In defensive duties, it's Waldron and Bellatoni, the next man up. Hayden Peoples chips it on out. This power play is halfway through so far. 10:50 left in the game, or in the period, I say, before we get a short break. Peoples chips that one on. Try to clear it, no dice. St. John's Fisher trying to cross. Oh, wide of the cage. It is wide of the cage. And that one goes on out. Kept in by the Cardinals off a defensive play. Keith Waldron prevents any setup. Another save for Duncan McDowell, and that one goes 200 feet, and that should just about do it for the power play for the Cardinals. The Wolves kill off another penalty successfully. Mark Torrey pursues the Cardinal player with Brendan Fergus. 5-on-5 play will ensue. 10 minutes left. We're halfway through the first. 1-1 the score. A John Bellatoni goal, the Alvernia marker. Brian Pilp will try to get a hold of the puck. It's Nate Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli chips it on in. Goes behind the cage with it and tries to set up shop. Ciccarelli trying to keep a hold of the puck. It's out loose. He got hit along the way, knocked off. Fergus lays a hit. Ciccarelli intercepts the puck. He's got Pilpel in stride. Behind the net it goes. Pilpel took the wrong angle to try to get to it, and the Cardinals go out. Vaughn Winter. And Pilpel's all alone. Pilpel goes around one man. Not around the other, though. Winter fell. It's Reese Wilson all alone. Wilson, shot saved by McDowell. Back goes Ciccarelli. Icing the call before Ciccarelli can get to it, so we'll go back the other way. And Duncan McDowell has been electric in that. Face off to be taken by Pilpul. Pilpul chips it on through, and that's going to clear the offensive zone. Alvernia will take it. Reese Wilson, shot on net. Duncan McDowell the save. Wilson gets a hold of the puck only for a second, though. Tries to chip it over to Buki and Springham. Shot on net. McDowell with another save. Sticks it aside. St. John's Fisher, the Cardinals in possession. Trying again. Shot incoming. Deflected off of Wilson. Nice defensive save. Number 4. Trying to shoot on through. No, dice. And they're going to stop play here. The net loose of its moorings. New line for the Cardinals. Alvernia has deployed the Claycomb line to counter as they check the net for Duncan McDowell. Behind the net it goes. Duncan McDowell batted it away from the cage. Ben Maurer chips it on out. Stretch pass to Buki. Gets away from him, though. Oh, Buki nearly took it in for himself, though, off a weird stick. Coming together. Bellantoni to Maurer. Maurer finds way to Maurer again. A hit to Buki, and that's going to get called, assuredly.
Really?
Or is it the offsides? I believe they called the offsides, actually.
Yeah, because he got knocked over.
Calling changes right now. They'll send out Mullen, Garcia, Sparaccio, Peoples, and Bellantoni as the unit. Face-off comes to the outside after the offsides call. No call will be made in the action that happened with Logan Buki. Looked like he got caught with the high stick. And Peoples trying to play defensive duties. Whoa, it's shot on through. Nice save by McDowell. And you can't play without the bottom of a stick, but they're going to call that, I think. And they're going to call Alvernia on the stick breaking. It was non-malicious in its intent and form. Peoples will have to sit for 2.
It's all right.
Cry about a broken stick, but you guys are punching things in the face.
Ciccarelli nearly chips it on out. Shot coming out through. Nice save by McDowell. Trying to cross over. Shot again. McDowell with the save behind the net, and that one's going to get cleared all the way down ice, baby. 200 feet of clearance. It's all open season for hits for Alvernia back the other way. You see Ciccarelli coming in to pursue. It's Wilson and Juswick. Behind the net, trying to link up a 21. 21 for the Cardinals. Back inside. Number 4. Inside again. Back to 21 on the outside. Goes over to the center. Number 12 inside. Shot! Whoa, no goal! And the post saves them. Crossing over. McDowell hugging that post tightly. Shot coming in off of him. And that was going to find its way to Fergus. An open season 200 feet down. Halfway through the power play for the Cardinals. The Wolves have killed half of this. 6:30 left in the game, or period. My God, the game. Yes, I want to be done after 1 period. Thank you. No. Reese Wilson with the defensive save. Tried for another shot. Wide and high at the cage. Keith Waldron. In center, 21. Waldron goes back. Juswick. Number 15 for the Cardinals. Passes on the way back. Intercepted, though, by Waldron. Doesn't get the puck, but he definitely puts some pressure on. Torrey tries to go out to the edge of the zone to get a hold of it. Intercepted by Phil Juswick. Juswick gets that one all the way down ice, and the Golden Wolves clear as they get their man-peoples back. Line change upcoming. Say hello to Conabier and Bellantoni, as well as Joey Mullen joining the fray with Waldron and Maurer. Bellantoni chips it on in. And the Cardinals forced to work 200 feet back with 5:19 left. Shot on through, behind the cage it goes. Trying to repossess the puck are the Golden Wolves as the Cardinals work. Trying to change the angle of attack, the Cardinals do. And Alvernia trying to get out of their own defensive zone. They do, and the Cardinals are forced to rework their offensive plan. Bellantoni trying to keep up. Dom Garcia lays a nice hit. Bellantoni around the boards, finds Sparaccio. Sparaccio sends it on out. Through neutral ice it goes. Him and Mullen. That puck gets deflected. 2-6 come together and they cancel it out, but the Cardinals get it. That one goes out of zone. Number 25, Joey Mullen, though, on his way back to get it. He's been hounding the Cardinals. And I thought Cardinals could fly. Back comes number 25. Wilson, or Conabier, excuse me, trying to get off the puck. Bellantoni trying to chip it out, no dice. Shot on through. It's Chris Claycomb who breaks it on out. Buki and Maurer trying to get over there to play defensively. A stretch pass that Conabier nearly intercepts. Intercepted though by Bellantoni. He chips it on out. There goes Buki. Buki with Maurer. Maurer in stride. Maurer working through center. Here comes Maurer. Maurer trying to drive the net. Goes cross. No! Almost gets it there though. Claycomb on the outside. Has to chip it along the glass to Buki. Maurer finds it on the inside. Back outside to Buki. Buki drives the net. Takes an open shot. Whoa! All pandemonium! They're stuffing it, and no, it doesn't work. And St. John's isn't happy. They're not happy with that. Trying to separate them and Buki we'll get a 2-minute power play here for the Golden Wolves. The Golden Wolves capitalized the last time as a John Bellantoni marker. Scores it from his favorite spot, edge of the zone, right on in. The one place Jeremy Sixnius scored in when he went to Hofstra. For, of course, fun little trivia's on. Now, essentially retired defenseman for the Golden Wolves. Phil Juswick trying to operate from behind the net. To Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen to Phil Juswick. To Sparaccio to Juswick. Puck gets lost. The Cardinals have it. Intercepted, though, by Mullen. Mullen's going to keep a hold. Mullen to Sparaccio. Sparaccio changing angle. Finds Fergus, and it went offside there. No call, though. The Wolves pulled back. Half a minute gone through. Shots stand at 16-9. 1-1 in favor of the Cardinals. 1-1 the score. All tied up here. Remember the John Bellantoni marker on the power play. The tying goal so far. Joey Mullen tries to center it out for someone, and I think the Cardinals whiffed on their own clear. Juswick back to Wilson. Wilson would love to score in this rink from his office. No dice, trying to turn the angle. Wilson plasters him to the board. And there's a scrum along the side to get the puck loose. Another open ice hit. Logan Buki seeks vengeance. There goes Buki. He's got Pilpul, and now we're in stride. Buki takes it himself. Got Pilpul. Whoa, baby, what a play. It didn't go in the back of the net, but that was certainly a play for the ages. Back to Bellantoni. Bellantoni over to Maurer. Maurer to Bellantoni. Bellantoni rips one. Deflected. Maurer intercepts again. Keeps it in the offensive zone to Buki. Buki gets a new stick. He's back in play. Buki changes the angle of attack. Maurer to Pilpul. Pilpul rips one. Oh, up high. Down by Bellantoni. And the power play is over. But the Golden Wolves are back in defense already as the Cardinals work back the other way. Shot coming through. Saved by McDowell. Pulled that one in the strike zone. The power play didn't yield any goals, but it yielded offensive results. And the Golden Wolves have not sent out a power face-off taker. They'll send out Claycomb now. Happens. It'll be Sparacchio and Mullen at center, Claycomb, Peoples, and Conabier. A mistake on the face-off. Now they get it. Conabier losing the puck. Shot on through. It goes wide of the cage. Sparacchio trying to go back and get it. The Cardinals trying to operate down ice and work their way back. It's Conabier to try to play defensively. Oh, wow, Conabier took it away from him about 3 times on that shift. Or just on that singular play. And they intercept the puck. The Golden Wolves go back the other way. Dom Garcia's got traffic all around him. Finds Jimmy Sparacchio. Tries to find Mullen. Back the other way come the Cardinals. Chipped out. Shot on through. Saved by McDowell. Went into the netting, but nonetheless a save. "39 seconds left in the first period. Here comes Sparacchio. The other way he goes. Sparacchio to Mullen. Shot! Off the toe of the goaltender. Mullen tries to go. There was a stuff attempt out in front. And it's cleared on out with 25 seconds left. McDowell has to be in preparation in case they try to set something up here. Very sneaky by the Cardinals there. 10 seconds left. The Golden Wolves trying to keep it out of the net and go to the warm-up, 5-minute break with, The Golden Wolves will go to the 5-minute break, tied at 1. John Bellantoni on the power play, able to go to the back of the cage. And there's extracurriculars going on after the play. The referee's unhappy with it all. They're calling play done, and they want to go get themselves a rest too. What's your final shot count? My statistician on the other side tells me we got 13 each as his shot count. I would tend to agree with him more. He's reliable. We'll rejoin you after the 5-minute break. When we return, though, penalty kill for the Golden Wolves. We get set for second period action. The Golden Wolves down a man. They're going to hear hollering from the bench. Duncan McDowell's going to have to stand tall in net once again as the Cardinals go for some offense, trying to net one here early. They want to make a statement after being tied up in the first period. They lost to Rowan last night 6-4, and that definitely has hurt their psyche a little bit here today, and you can tell they aren't playing in true fashion and form. As that puck goes by net, Reese Wilson chips it along. A team that in normal play could score upwards of 10 goals sometimes. As 30 seconds gone on the power play, essentially, for the Cardinals. The Wolves doing a good job on the kill so far. Duncan McDowell hasn't seen the puck much yet. As Phil Juswick sends this one 200 feet down the pond to his opposite 31. Operating from behind the net now and out, trying to go 200 feet down ice. Through center ice they go. The Cardinals entering the offensive zone, number 12 with the puck, trying to cycle it along. Goes inside. Playing patty cake with the puck here. Looking for a tic-tac goal moment, potentially. Number 4 into number 18. Tic-tac. Oh, no goal on that one, though. It went wide of the cage. Shot in, no dice. Duncan McDowell, it's out, it's loose. No! Another save from the defense. And their goalie's standing tall and their defense is standing proud. Another save for McDowell, went off the cage. He held that post tight, going across. Whoa! Up high and wide of the cage. 14 seconds left on the power play for the Cardinals. Crossover, and they score! Number 23 responds on the power play with 7 seconds left. 1:53 in the second period. That'll bring out Buki, Clay, Maurer, Peeps, and Bellantoni. Back it goes. Here come the Cardinals. Number 11 driving in, trying to find the net. Working around the net. From behind, he tries to set something up. The Golden Wolves don't want another goal in the back of their net today, and they know. St. John's Fisher holds their opponents to around 2 goals a game. Shot on through and wide of the cage and around. Looking potentially for a pass. Buki, cross ice, collected by Claycomb. Over to Maurer. Maurer trying to drive in alone. It's Clay who chips it in. The Cardinals repossess the puck. Bellantoni trying to go in to collect it. Unable to do so. He gets it back though. Buki trying to find Bellantoni. Errant pass and it's cleared out of play. And I believe all goals today have come via the power play. Shot wide of the cage. They try to go for a cross pass and intercepted by Bellantoni. Bellantoni. Oh, and find Buki. That would have been an amazing breakaway. He still has a chance though. Trying to go around, center out front, freezing that puck up. Offensive zone face-off upcoming. The Cardinals really going after Buki here today. They don't like him. They don't like Logan Buki one bit. And added to their list most definitely will be John Bellantoni for the rip from the line that sent the puck into the back of the net and tied the game up until the start of the second period. Out comes Reese Wilson to join the fray. Expect him to take a shot from that point. That man has scored from there before, that exact spot. One of his 2 offices in this rink. You know, one's a day job, one's a night job. As the Cardinals possess the puck around the boards, kept in by Von Winter. Winter trying to jam it back in for his team and get them the puck. They're stuck along the boards, though. It's the Cardinals in possession. Collected by Reese Wilson in center ice. Back in his own defensive zone. Over to Von Winter. Oh, intercepted. But out of the zone, and that forces the offense to recoil and retry. Alvernia gets a defensive break there. Reese Wilson blocked the shot and gets his own shot, or his own pass by net. And play stopped, I guess, either net loose for its warnings or offsides call. Oh wait, no, the puck went off that, I think. I don't know. Cross ice, try and change the angle. Attack shot on through. Blocked along the way. Von Winter chips that one all the way to the edge of the offensive zone for the Cardinals. Alvernia hemmed in their own defensive zone as Ciccarelli tries to make a play to get it out. Von Winter to Dom Garcia. Dom Garcia links up with Brian Pilpel. Pilpel chips it on over. Trying to find Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli trying to get a hold of it. Dom Garcia. Garcia goes back to Von Winter. Over. Finds Ciccarelli. Back to Ciccarelli. Dom Garcia collects to Pilpel. Tries to shift out front. Oh! So close. Back go the Cardinals. Wilson. And that one goes in for Sparaccio. Sparaccio has a 2-on-1 for himself. Shot on! And frozen up by the goalie. 15:07 left in the second period. McDowell will go back to his net and they'll collect the ice luggage. Sometimes stuff falls off the train as you're going down ice. Return the stick to the bench. Face-off won by the Cardinals, but repossessed by the Golden Wolves very quickly as Dom Garcia gets a hold. Jimmy Sparaccio has it, and it's back to the Cardinals who were slow to make a play on it. Clear back in, no icing. Chip back in, but off 23 and kept out of the offensive zone for the Golden Wolves. Sparaccio going cross pass for Garcia, didn't work out. Mullen goes back in hot pursuit, and that was a hot hit. Sparaccio finds Juswick. Juswick sends it on in. Whoa, it was a roller. The goalie couldn't get over in time there. They got lucky, the defense covered him. Shot by Mark Torrey. Torrey tried to get it to Sparaccio, excuse me. Mullen's in pursuit with him. And the referee's letting play go on here. A couple of penalties could have been called at this point, but Alvernia keeping it hemmed in. Cardinals can't escape the zone, changing the angle of attack. No way they're getting that puck before Bill Juswick gets back in position. Torrey to cover. No way! Nice save for McDowell. He says, no way! Carpenter is trying to get a hold of it. It's Conomer back in hot pursuit of the puck. Phil Juswick gets to it before him, changes it to the angle attack with him. And Andrew Denny's out on the ice with him now. Denny in pursuit of an offensive zone possession. Hit laid out by Carpenter. Carpenter tried to get it to Denny, no dice. Torrey's back in hot pursuit of it. Oh, intercepted by Bellantoni. This could be dangerous. Bellantoni's already scored once today. Bellantoni on through. Rips one on net. No dice, but he has a shot. And he has his team in the offensive zone. Now can they keep it there? It's Hayden Peoples in to collect it. Sends it on over. Behind the net to Denny. Denny trying to go out front. Shot by Carpenter. Blocked in the lane. Bellantoni collects on the outside. At the edge of the offensive zone. Takes a shot. Buki waits for Peoples. Peoples tries to shoot it, and it's out of play. And the Golden Wolves really applying some pressure here. Face-off coming. Claycomb at center. Unable to win it. It'll be won by the Cardinals. The Cardinals go back the other way. It's not going to work out too well. They're overpowered by the amount of men that Alvernia was able to get back there in time. Maurer tries to get it to Buki. Buki has a multi-goal tournament. He had 2 yesterday.
Call for it! Come on, defender.
Trying to take a shot on net. It goes high at McDowell. No need to make a grappling save just yet. McDowell hasn't had an easy time in net, but he hasn't been absolutely peppered. Buki with the puck. Buki trying to go around the defender and gets poked out right from under him. Back go the Cardinals. The Cardinals on through. Trying to operate. Centering for number 2. 2 back to 4. Try to change the angle of attack. Intercepted, though, by Claycomb. Claycomb not able to clear it, though. That one sent around the boards. It should be taken by Maurer, yes. Maurer to Bellantoni. Bellantoni lifts it on out, and an airlift out. Hayden Peoples gets tripped up, and that's getting called. Touch up, 2 minutes on the board for the Golden Wolves. We'll send action the other way of the ice. And number 31's got to get a swig before he faces the Golden Wolves onslaught. A lot of chirping going on as number 23, the man who has put the Cardinals up, goes to the bench. And for some odd reason, number 11 following back as the Golden Wolves gather around their bench. Garcia, Mullen, Fergus, Juswick, Spiraccio. 11-11 left on the board. 2 minutes for the Golden Wolves to work up a man and get another goal here. Trying to clear it out. Joey Mullen keeps it in, though. Spiraccio to Dom Garcia for the Golden Wolves. Dom Garcia, the pass hops over his stick. Back go the Cardinals, trying to score shorthanded. They're trying to work quick. No! Nice defensive stop. Spiraccio trying to go right down Broad Street. Rips one on net. Shot by Spiraccio again, but a save. Highway robbery. And a highway robbery on the kid from Staten Island. Out comes the Claycomb line. Claycomb unable to win the faceoff. It goes around the boards, kept in by Maurer temporarily as it was up in the air. The hang time of a puck is not the same as a baseball as that goes wide of the cage. But Ben Maurer can keep that puck hanging for a couple of seconds, it looks like. Enters in, looking for a passing lane. Cardinals intercept, and it goes back the other way. Minute 13 left to play. McDowell covering the puck and trying to leave it behind for Wilson. Wilson turns on a dime, gets it to Claycomb. Claycomb crossing over, just couldn't find Buki in time. Buki going back on defense. It'll be McDowell to play it again. McDowell leaves it behind, finds Reese Wilson. Reese Wilson from behind the net looking to operate. It's Logan Buki now. Buki in hot pursuit of a goal here. Bellantoni back to Reese Wilson. Wilson rips one. Blocked in the lane, but would have gone on net if it had, and might have gone past the goalie because I saw open space. Wilson works his way back. Half a minute left of Golden Wolves man up play. And you hear them hollering it down there too. Both teams understand the urgency. Buki turns it, keeps it for himself there, finds Reese Wilson. Shot coming in! Wow! It trickles on through! There's the goal! John Bellantoni has 2 today! Whoa, baby! We're all tied up. And the Cardinals' wings have been clipped again. As they now have no soaring lead over Alvernia. 2-2 we stand. Halfway through the second period, 9:22 left to go. The time of that tally for the Golden Wolves, 11:38. Phil Juswick possesses the puck in the defensive zone. Ciccarelli turns it on a dime, tries to send it out, no dice. Nice clearance away from Duncan McDowell. Now Ciccarelli trying to get it on out. Ciccarelli will carry it on through, finds Fergus. Fergus trying to get Ciccarelli. It goes into the offensive zone. Pilpel trying to get to it. Crossing over is Conabier. Conabier trying to find Pilpel or Ciccarelli behind the net. Instead, Fergus wants to go and chase. Fergus trying to chase it back. No dice along the way. Phil Juswick goes back behind the net to try to collect. Phil Juswick back to Dave Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli turns that one to neutral ice and finds its way to a Cardinal stick. 8.5 left to go. 23 for the Cardinals. Loses the puck along the way. Fergus trying to go back and collect it. Get in the way of it was Conabier. Conabier almost had it on his stick for more than a moment. Conabier chipping it out off the legs though. They're trying to set up in the zone. The Golden Wolves not lined up. Brian Pilpel over to Brendan Fergus. Fergus and Ciccarelli working inside. Fergus missed one. Saved by the tender.
No, it didn't sound like
Dom Garcia. Unable to win the face-off. It goes around the boards. 7:59 left to go. Back the other way, trying to cross over. Defensive save by the Golden Wolves. It's behind the net. Hayden Peoples has to clear it. He can't do it. 2 men around him. Puck stays in the zone. Oh, but Peoples able to take a man down and get to Garcia. Across to Sparaccio. Sparaccio. From Staten Island to the net he goes. Cross ice, no! Couldn't find a man. And I guess play was offsides?
What? I think we knocked the net off the moorings.
I guess the net got loose of its moorings and Alvernia is the responsible party, supposedly. Bellantoni trying to get a hold of it. It's chipped on out. It's Hayden Peoples and Ben Maurer back the other way trying to cover the net for McDowell, and they do a good job doing that. Once again, the Cardinals held only to power play goals today, right? Yes.
Yes.
As that goes wide of the net. I was trying to remember if the power play had finished before they scored the first time or not. Ben Maurer in, no icing. Logan Buki trying to retrieve it. It's going to go to John Bellantoni. Bellantoni looking for a hat trick. Pulled down out of the air. Trying to look back to Bellantoni. Bellantoni trying to keep it in. It's loose. Peoples. Back go 3-on-3. Trying to take a shot towards the cage. McDowell with the save. Out it goes. Kept in at the edge. Number 2 crossing over. The defense was there. Nice defensive save by Peoples. The big body gets in the way and nearly finds way to Sparaccio. Sparaccio's going to negate the icing, though. And finds way to Buki. Buki, oh! What a robbery! Highway robbery on Dom Garcia. But what a chance it was! Face off won by the Cardinals and trying to go back the other way. They do.
Oh!
No offsides call. Looks like it might have been. And that one's chipped on out. And Derek Joy is in net today. I forgot to mention for the Cardinals. Derek Joy is their goaltender number 1. As the Wolves send it to center, and it goes back to the offensive zone for them. They just start carrying the puck. 5.5 left to go. We're in a tied game right now, and the Golden Wolves really punching in a heavyweight class here today. My God, 2-2 we stand. Trying to center around, no dice. Going again, cross the crease, and nothing working for them there. Trying to work back, Reese Wilson goes to collect the puck. Wilson, around the boards he works. Tries to lay a hit, no dice. And that goes all the way down. It's gonna go 200 feet almost. About 150. And that lands on the hand of a Cardinal.
Oh!
They pulled back, so no offsides call apparently. Shot on through, and Duncan McDowell with the save. As you hear folks clapping for him, he's had an amazing day so far. Saved 21 of 23. Derek Joy on the other side, who is one of 2 goalies that I believe has played in 2 of the games, 18 for 20. Nice by Conabier to get the defensive play. And back they go. The Cardinals trying to operate in the offensive zone. No room as the Golden Wolves crowd them and try to corral the puck away. Laying a hit on a Cardinal. Shot towards the net. No! McDowell getting on top of that one and making the save. Face off there, won by the Golden Wolves. Chipped out by Buki. Buki collects his own chip. Trying to go, shoots on net! Glove save by Derek Joy. And a little bit of chirping going on. The ref's not having it. They tell Maurer to get away. Maurer unhappy about something. Face off, Claycomb. They're waiting to drop it. Now they drop it. Maurer trying to get a hold of it. He couldn't quite do it. He's going back for a hit, though. Maurer trying to hunt down the puck carrier all over the ice. My God. And the Cardinals forced back into their own zone. Conabier to collect from the defensive end. That's going to spring a break as they wait for offsides to be negated. Around the boards, the Cardinals trying to find open space. It goes to 26 inside, trying to work the boards here in their favor and go behind the net for changing angle of attack. Bill Juswick gets in the way, though, gets a hold of the puck and chips it on out. He lays a hit before he does, though, to knock his opponent away from him. Trying to cross over to 3. Chips it off the glass and behind the net. Once again, intercepted by the Golden Wolves, and Conabier sends it on out. And Claycomb goes in for the intercept. Claycomb back. He's got 3 men on him. He's slippery, though. He gets on through all of them. Whoa, and that's an illegal hit. 10 times out of 10. And their captain will definitely go and have a seat. McDowell sending the puck back the other way. Might be trying to play a puck game with his opposing tender. I don't quite know. But McDowell was trying to do it. Anyways, 2 minutes on the board for the Golden Wolves to go up by 1. They have to put in the back of the net, of course, but an opportunity nonetheless. It's Mullen to center. Joey Mullen at the faceoff. Sends it on back. Phil Jeswick rips it on through. Hit laid out along the boards, and 8 seconds gone through as they clear, the Cardinals do. Jeswick has to work back 200 feet. He'll use the outlet of Mullen. Mullen intercepted, and in the defensive zone, the Golden Wolves have to remain. Lays the hit, Mullen does, and Garcia to Jeswick. Jeswick has options. He'll look to carry it himself a little bit longer. Up ice to Sparaccio. Sparaccio trying to spring himself in. The puck goes legally. A couple of trips going on there. And Sparaccio able to get to Mullen. Mullen cross ice to Garcia from behind the net, using the boards as a outlet. Inside to Mullen. Mullen loses the handle. Sparaccio keeps it. Trying to center now in front. Derek Joy gloves it and makes a save. Line changes in order here. Buki will stay out for the time being. But in his stead, we have Bellantoni, Claycomb, Wilson, and Maurer. Puck taken off his stick. 1 minute left on the Golden Wolves power play, but back a shorthanded chance, trying to cross over. McDowell gets there in time, and they score in the back of the net. Shorthanded marker for the Cardinals. With 1:23 to go in the second period. The Golden Wolves can still tie the game up on the power play with 55 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, but I bet in like our Patriots division. The Patriots thing, they don't have it. Still there. Yeah, they're in
Face off, won by Claycomb back to Wilson. They still have a minute left to operate up a man. And the puck out of play with the minute 9. 41 seconds on the power play for the Golden Wolves. Face off will remain outside the offensive zone. And we'll go back to center. Back to Bellantoni. Pops it over the stick of a Cardinal to Buki. Buki goes back. Bellantoni rips one for a hat trick. Goes wide and high of the cage. Maurer keeps it in. Maurer has to play it quick. Maurer loses the handle. Oh, Maurer! What a save of the defense. 49 seconds left in the period. Bellantoni on it. Bellantoni loses it. Bellantoni skating back. There goes Bellantoni. Bellantoni looks to chip it on along. Finds his own puck. Finds Buki. Buki with 25 seconds left. Flips it on net. Around the boards. Derek Joy made the save, and it finds way to a Cardinal as they clear it out. No, it's kept on in, actually. No offsides. Chipped in along the boards. Bellantoni shifting the play. Wilson goes back in. Tries to collect his own puck, and it's out. It's a 3-on-1. Bellantoni 4-on-2. Oh, no time left! We'll get an ice cut, and we'll be back for the third period. Shots stand at
27-19 us.
27-19, my stats man says the count is the board set in our favor. Board say 25-19 the other way. We'll see you in like 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. 31, Derek Joy. 31, Derek Joy, and 38, Duncan McDowell, the two biggest factors in this game. As Claycomb assumes center, he's got Maurer, Buki, Bellatoni, and Peoples as they win the faceoff. Chipped along, St. John's Cardinal player, able to hold it in his glove there. Kicks the stick away. Peoples goes cross ice to Buki. Couldn't quite find the angle to get it to him. Offside's the call. They'll have to wait for them to get out to get the puck again. Bellatoni chips it on along. Number 18 spun loose for the Cardinals, trying to set something up in the zone. He drives the net, trying to turn it. No. Dice. Nearly intercepted by Pilpel. Back goes 18 for the Cardinals. Trying to turn it to somebody else, going center to number 11. Nearly driving the net. And across they go. That one's going to go down and sail 200 feet almost. About 180, 185 if you would. Conabeer, that shot was out in front. McDowell was able to make the save on that one. Shot on through, nice save defensively from Pilpel. He got a block shot in him. Reese Wilson sends it along the boards, finds his way to Conabeer. Conabeer goes out, intercepted by the St. John's Cardinals. Shot coming in, wide of the cage. McDowell holds on to the post. And they blow it dead. Net loose Fitzwarren's, I would presume.
White, open on the left-hand side. White! Look on the other side of the ice!
Puck drop for Dom Garcia. He's at center. Won by the Cardinals. They're trying to take it around the boards. Intercepted, though, along the way. Nearly cleared out. It's at the edge of the offensive zone for the Cardinals. Alvernia's going to have to hem themselves in for a little bit longer here. Over the stick of one defenseman. And Dom Garcia will start the breakout here. It'll go back to Juswick on a poke check. Joey Mullen leaves it for Garcia. Garcia loses it along the way. It's along the boards, finds way to Conabeer. Conabeer chips it on in, goes around the net, out in front, and that's going to force Derek Joy to freeze up here. Not ideal for him. He won't like that. Action will remain out in front of him for just a little bit longer. Face-off won by the Cardinals. Kept in by the Golden Wolves temporarily. Oh, a nice hit that leaves it for Dom Garcia. Garcia loses the puck in traffic because he got plowed by a man as well. Conabeer has it. Conabeer trying to go inside. A little bit of tic-tac-toe passing going on with Sparaccio, Garcia, and crew. Kept in, shot on net! Pulled out of the air by Derek Joy. The kid should also consider a career in baseball as a catcher with those Mets. Traffic will stay out in front for him a little bit longer. Claycomb trying to win this face-off. Able to do so. Maurer takes an early shot on net. That one's left and it finds way to Von Winter. Tries to rip one through the traffic and get it off for a rebound and maybe a second shot. The Cardinals instead coming away with the puck. Trying to drive down ice and drill a fourth goal. No dice. Through center, no shot. Lane open. And pandemonium, they're going to blow this dead for something. They saw something they weren't happy with. High stick. played with a high stick. So we'll bring this back outside. It was delayed off sides there for a sec. With 16:42 left, score stands at 3-2. The Cardinals remain barely in the lead, as Alvernia has responded each and every time so far that they have. Buki sends it on over, finds way to Maurer. Maurer chips it on through. Cross ice it goes. Maurer to Wilson. Past Maurer. On to McDowell. McDowell. Over to Buki. Under Buki's stick, though. He missed it. Shot towards McDowell. He bounced it down for Winter. Winter in possession from behind the net. He has to make a move. He does just that. Sends it on through. Chips it on along. Whoa! There goes Mark Torrey. Torrey goes around one. Chips it on net. Goes around, and the waiting Denny comes in. Denny sends it behind the net, and Torrey has to go back for a read. Shot through, almost got there. And that one sailed on out. Bellantoni has 2 goals today already. The only 2 for Alvernia as Danny tried to make a break into the zone. Peoples has been defensively staunch on the other end, if we're talking about the defenseman out here right now. Over the head of Bellantoni and into the offensive zone for the Cardinals. From behind that, trying to operate and set something up. Aaron play. Deflected by the defense, and that was going to roll just to the edge of the zone. Kept on in, shot on through. McDowell with another great save. Around the boards, looking for it again. McDowell trying to make another save here if he has to. The Golden Wolves trying to come in relief of defense. Shot on through. No need for McDowell to make the save, but that was wide open if it trickled. That's how the second goal for Alvernia was scored. A trickle on through. Kept in the zone, trying to get another one past McDowell, and they're going to blow it dead. It went through the netting and out. 14:33 left in the game. Shots stand at 26-23 by the boards count. 3-2 the score. Cardinals been leading since the last minute of the second. 19:57 the time of that goal, I believe. No, 19:53, excuse me. Shot on through. Nice pull out of the air by McDowell. Heat seeker over there. They'll send Fergus to center to try to get something going. Fergus to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli on out. Ciccarelli chips it on out there, and it's in the Cardinals bench. So, face-off on the outside. Or excuse me, they'll bring it inside. Last touch by the Cardinals. That one goes on out. And laid a hit against Conabeer. Conabeer took like a champ. And McDowell goes off for the 6th attacker. Penalty upcoming. Alvernia's going to try to convert a man up now. 2 minutes to operate with. And some arguing with the ref about the call. The ref not having it. When they sort this out, it should be 2 minutes going to the home side. That'll be the Cardinals. The Golden Wolves up a man. And you saw Duncan McDowell book it to the bench there in hopes that he could get the extra attacker out. That extra attacker at the time would have been Buki. Playing Cone the center. That Buki line is out here now. As they wait for an offensive push as Maurer's forced out. Sent on in, it's Buki. Buki chips over to Wilson. Wilson left by for Maurer. Maurer's shot pulled out of the air by Joy. And so many good chances for Alvernia on this guy. Derek Joy's been incredible throughout this game. 27-24 the shot stand, 13:50 left, and 15 seconds on the power play. Maurer trying to rip one on through for a deflection. Oh, wow, baby, that was wild. That one's on out for Maurer. Maurer through neutral ice to Wilson. Playing tic-tac-toe with Maurer is Wilson. Finds way to Bellantoni, who sends it on through. Behind the boards it goes. Claycomb trying to be the receiver of a puck. Instead it'll be Maurer. Maurer rips it on again. Pulled out of the air. A lacrosse move try, though, from Claycomb. Minute 19 to go. And 13:24 in the game. Face-off's one there as the Cardinals try to go back the other way. McDowell, icing, or no icing, what do they call that? I'm not even gonna go, bro, what the heck? What happened?
The ref couldn't count and thought it was an icing.
Aren't they down a man?
Yeah.
Okay. Claycomb with the puck. Referees had a forgetful moment about whether there was a penalty or not, so Buki will keep it in.
Anya!
Buki finds it in time to keep it in for a few seconds longer, but with less than a minute left, 45 seconds on the power play, hard to believe that an offensive chance could have been made out of that one there. They can try to go back again for maybe one more, but the Cardinals trying to keep the puck against the boards. McDowell leaves that one for Bellantoni. John Bellantoni through neutral ice. He's working quick. He wants a hat trick today. Finds way to Reese Wilson. Wilson to Buki. Inside, it's legal. Buki. Shot incoming by Maurer. Maurer couldn't quite get a hold of it again, so it's cleared on out. That'll kill the power play, and the penalty kill was successful for the Cardinals. Around the boards they go. The Golden Wolves led by Logan Buki. The other way, Buki tried to chip it along. It's fouled by Fergus, though. Brendan Fergus shoots it on net, goes wide, or rolls off the goal, I say, goes wide of the cage. Back to Juswick. Juswick into Fergus. Fergus, oh, it goes wide again. Pilpel could have tipped it. Just couldn't get the read.
Come on, Nevin, you gotta shout for it.
Through center, the Cardinals work. 16 around, Conabeer, the only defenseman there, goes high and wide of the cage. Ciccarelli clears it on out, though. As 11:27, the clock slowly counting as the Golden Wolves are down a goal still. Conabeer in possession. Conabeer loses it for a second, he repossesses. To Juswick, to Conabeer. To Juswick again. Juswick. Down ice, Pilpel unable to retrieve. Back it goes. No icing from behind the net. The Cardinals try to operate. Brian Pilpel in attempt to pursue. It'll be Evan Conabeer to retrieve it on the open side. Tries to pass out in front. Nobody home. Juswick has to pull back to neutral ice. Shot in the zone and trying to get himself a change, it looks like. Or a couple guys. That'll bring out Garcia and Mullen. Ciccarelli will change next time they go north on offense, we presume. Or we'll send out Spraccio now. Yes, Spraccio joins the fray now as the Cardinals are in the offensive zone. Keeping the Wolves hemmed in, and I guess that went off the netting? If it did, it skimmed the netting very lightly. Face off there, won by the Golden Wolves. Although the Cardinals quick to possess the puck. John Bellantoni is down. He tries to slide the puck to Peoples. Able to do so. But back in possession of the Cardinals. Shot on through. Goes wide of the cage. Back goes Mullen. Mullen trying to find Spraccio. Spraccio gets taken down along the way. And Sbraccio to Garcia. Garcia works back to Sbraccio. Sbraccio on through. Oh! Joey Mullen misses the puck. Back they go, the Cardinals do. And left for Bellantoni. John Bellantoni. In hot pursuit, Peoples trying to find his man, Sbraccio. Sbraccio, nobody home though. Chipped on out, and that'll be on the Cardinals, so. Faceoff should be happening on their side of the ice. They'll send Claycomb to center, and yeah, I'm about to say you got to kick the Cardinal guy out there pretty quickly. Just trying to, I don't know what he was doing there. The Cardinals win the face-off. And that should go out of play off of a stick of a Cardinal. People sending that one. With 9:29 left to go, the Golden Wolves still down by a goal. Shots 27-27. Face-off won by the Cardinals, trying to get a fourth here. Trying to work their way across. Oh, takes a deflection off of Hayden Peoples and gets away from the net of Duncan McDowell's crease. So he dodges one there, potentially having to make a big save. It's Claycomb trying to get a hold of it. Claycomb sends it along to Buki. Buki tries to get it over. Can't find Maurer. He finds a Cardinal instead. Tries to chip it along. It's slow enough that it finds a Cardinal. And along the boards they work. John Bellantoni. No icing. Trying to get back to it. Bellantoni lays the hit. And that puck's going to go out. It's going to go 200 feet down ice, essentially. Forcing the Cardinals to work all the way back. Shot deflected off of a Alvernia Golden Wolf there. Shot again. Saved by McDowell. Shot blocked by Hayden Peoples. Whoa, all pandemonium. Nice save. Duncan McDowell, and the Cardinals are in absolute disbelief. They're in disbelief that this man just made the save of the game. Of course, goal of the game should go to John Bellantoni on the trickler. That went through Derek Joy. The Cardinals trying to operate. Leaving that puck behind there for Fergus. I don't know what they were going for there. As that one sent in the zone. Ciccarelli trying to be the receiver of an interception of the puck. No dice. Wilson tries to get it over to Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli has to just dump and run. It's a Cardinals puck. Him and Fergus and Pilpel all in pursuit of it. Trying to get an offensive zone possession going here with 7:38 left. The Cardinals trying to hold on here. Last time they saw this Alvernia squad beat them 8-2 at Nationals. Today, they're barely holding on to a 3-2 lead. As the Golden Wolves come bearing down upon them. Cross pass to Brian Pilpel. Pilpel just dumps it on in. Knows the timing's going to be off and he's not going to be able to get past the defenseman. Also, he needs a change. He gets that change in the name of Joey Mullen. 63. Reese Wilson's going to lift that one on through. Icing call. I think the festivities will go back the other way. That was Dom Garcia. He couldn't quite win the face-off there. Got it over to Sbraccio. They did, though, and now it's out for Golden Wolves' offensive push. It was intercepted, though, by the Cardinals very quickly. Trying to go back for some offense of their own, the Cardinals are. The Wolves hemmed in their defensive zone. And they can't, if they want any chance of tying this game, they can't remain hemmed in too long. Time dwindling for them. trying to work their way out, being mindful. They aren't using stretch passing, which is forcing them to dump and run and try to get that puck back instead of maintain possession. And big man Reese Wilson falling on top of the puck there. Try to keep it in zone. Back come the Cardinals, 3-on-2, 3-on-3, off the stick of a Golden Wolf and out. It's Conabier. He's going to try to work it through center. Finds Joey Mullen accidentally. I don't think that's where he was going originally. Back comes 13 for the Cardinals. To 5. Shot on. Nice glove save by Duncan McDowell. He stops action there. The Golden Wolves trying to win the faceoff here. They do. They find it to Maurer. Maurer tries to get it out to Buki. Buki able to possess a little more cleanly this time. He's leveled against the boards. He still keeps the puck somehow, though. That is absolutely insane. And the Cardinals come away with it, though, unfortunately, after one more hit off the puck. Sticked away from him. 2-6 came together. That was Juswick who got away. It's Logan Buki going back the other way with speed and time. Trying to go around. Takes a shot. It goes wide of the cage. Phil Juswick trying to stop 17 from making a break. 2-on-1, not the way of the Cardinals, and they take a shot to flex off the stick of one Evan Conabier high and wide. Face-off upcoming. Golden Wolves will send Claycomb to center. Trying to get Buki loose. Instead, it'll just be an attempt to kill time right now as they got it back. 5 minutes left to go here. Crossed over to Maurer. Maurer unable to keep possession. Instead, Claycomb will have to take it in slowly. There goes Claycomb. He dumps it to the other side, trying to change the angle of attack here. Peoples couldn't quite keep it in. Oh! Nearly possessed by Buki, and that would have been dangerous. It would have been a 2-on-none. Back go the Cardinals. Trying to go out front. No dice. Maurer goes cross ice. Intercepted by a Cardinal. And back the other way they go. Bellantoni to Peoples. Bellantoni has all of Alvernia's goals today, both of them. As play gets stuck in neutral ice. St. John's Fisher trying to go back the other way. Peoples to Fergus. Fergus sends that one along. Couldn't quite get a hold. So it'll go back for Peoples to collect. 3:43 left to go. And play halted. Back to Peoples. Peoples chips it on out. Ciccarelli got tied up there, so he couldn't break. 3.5 left to go here. Peoples over to Ciccarelli. On to Fergus, who's broken loose. Fergus and Pilple on the way back. Takes a shot wide of the cage. Didn't really challenge Joy on that one. Sent around the boards. And that was a big level there. Bellantoni got up just fine. He put himself on the line to get that puck out. 3 minutes left. Duncan McDowell has saved 27 of 30 here today. As that goes off the Cardinals. Oh, Pilple left that puck behind. He would have had a nice break, though, otherwise. With 2:44 left to go here. Sparaccio trying to keep a hold, no dice. Chipped on through, finds way to Bellantoni. Bellantoni couldn't get it either. So it'll be sent along around the boards. Finds Sparaccio. Sparaccio trying to yank it. Sparaccio yanks it loose. He's got a 3-on-1 back the other way. A 4-on-1 with the man behind him. Left the puck behind, unfortunately. And Joey Mullen unable to get to it in time. 2:17 left to go. Trying to tie the game up. Duncan McDowell leaves it behind for Wilson. Wilson trying to go. Lifts it through the air. It's batted down by a Cardinal. They cleared out, intercepted by Sparaccio, though, over to Garcia. Garcia gets loose with it, sends it on through, and intercepted by a Cardinal again. They're going to clear it right down ice. It should be an icing call, and it will be an icing call, all things considered. Referees facilitating changes right now of the line. Changing of the guard, that is. Haha. They will deploy Wilson, Juswick, Maurer, Buki, and Claycomb. And timeout being taken by the Golden Wolves here. They want to work some stuff out here and figure out how they want to tackle this.
Yep.
1:48 left on the board. Shots stand at 30-28. As the Wolves await to deploy their line and figure out how they want to tackle this. Derek Joy has been a thorn in their backside all day, pulling pucks out of the air with precision. And on a day where they've kept Logan Buki quiet, but John Bellantoni loud. Looks like Alvernia might deploy 6 men. And yes, Alvernia sends Duncan McDowell to the bench for a chance on an empty netter. The Cardinals could have. Bellantoni will be the extra man. Face off one, Bellantoni has it. Bellantoni crosses over, trying to keep the passing working. The Cardinals send it all the way down, and no dice on scoring the empty netter. Icing call. That'll leave their line out there. And unhappy about that, they are. Wait, they're allowed to deploy new lines? There was an icing. They should all be back out there, right?
Unless they were play, they done.
Get the puck to Joey Mullen.
Joey Mullen, Logan Buki, Chris Claycomb, John Bellantoni, and Phil Juswick, as well as Ben Maurer out there. Crossing over, shot by Juswick off the pads. That one flips out to Juswick again. Juswick has to go back and collect it. Cross pass over, left on for Mullen. Joey Mullen sends it on in. Around the boards it goes with haste as there's 1:14 left. Cleared on down, wide of the net, sends Juswick for an icing call. The line will stay out. We hope it doesn't. You got to figure Alvernia has to win a face-off here, and they have to really start feeding that puck around, right? Cycle a little bit. Make Derek Joy work. It's out of the range, though. And Phil Juswick has to go back. It's going to be dangerous as nailed to the board. And that's going to be a 6-on-4 upcoming. Power play for the Golden Wolves. They'll have an offensive zone face-off and a chance to tie with 52 left as the clock slowly counts down for them here. They're in a tie, or not a tie, they're in a game down by 1. They can tie it here, though. And Bellantoni will come on as an... It'll be Bellantoni, Reese Wilson, Joey Mullen. Yeah. Same group as last time. They get ready to go. Puck drop, Claycomb at center. One back to Maurer. Maurer sends it behind to Wilson. Wilson tries to go around, intercepted by the Cardinals. And that's sent on out with 42 seconds left. No more icings as far as the Cardinals are concerned with them on down now 2 men, of course. And missing a couple pucks there. They can't really drive into the zone yet. Now they're in. Bellantoni will be the man to drive them in. Joey Mullen gets ready to take a shot. Sends one on in. Oh! Nearly took a deflection off an Alvernia player. And Reese Wilson with 15 seconds, maybe one last try here.
Come on!
And the Alvernia Golden Wolves are going to have the St. John Cardinal Fishers hold on. St. John Fisher Cardinals hold on for a 3-2 victory. But one of the top 5 teams in the country doesn't look as powerful as they appeared. The rest of you don't go anywhere because I may or may not get an interview. I'm just going to let them do their thing, of course, and then I will ask the posing question. I got confused a little bit of volume, but I got Coach Davis with me here. All right, Coach Davis, it was tough to lose in a close game, but what was it like, to come back, face this team a second time, and we know Nationals didn't go as well, but to beat them to have a very close game with them?
I think the guys put out a good effort. Minor breakdowns, things to work on for the rest of the season, but so every game's a learning experience.
How would you describe the performance of Duncan McDowell in that game?
Lights out, as always. Very solid, very confident goaltender. Really pleased to have him on the team.
And lastly, of course, the performance of John Bell and Tony notching 2. And of course, the day before we had Logan Buki. So what's it like to have those guys notch 2 in this tournament? In a tournament that, hasn't gone Alvernia's way the best of the last couple of years as it's been.
Always good to have guys put up points. Speaking with the guys, points are nice, but we really like points more than points.
Are you all looking forward to the long break?
Forward to it. Forward the guys get some rest, heal up some of their injuries, but one of the guys to stay active as well over the break. Yeah, keep the feet moving.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That was Coach Davis with me on the final day of the East Coast Showdown for the Golden Wolves. The Golden Wolves in a final contest with their Nationals rival, I'll call them, fell 3-2 in an effort that could have been either way. Well-spirited all the way around.
Oh, did you talk to somebody, are you?
Yeah, I got Coach.
No, you're good.
In a well-spirited battle that went all the way around. In a well-spirited battle that went all around. Golden Wolves finished on a high note, and they're looking forward to, obviously, a spring semester. We'll be back in action sometime in late January. I'll be in action, though, December 5th. If you all want to catch me, I'll be doing a Penn State Berks game at that point. Shameless plug, I know. But remember, go Alvernia, and from wherever you're watching, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, folks. Thank you so much for tuning into the East Coast Showdown, and let's go Golden Wolves.